I don't think we'll ever have a time when public universities will be obsolete, because there will never be a time when the quest for knowledge is obsolete, and there will never be a time where the desire and the necessity of acquiring new knowledge will be unimportant. And therefore, our critical activity will be the same 50 years from now as it is today, and that is the discovery of new knowledge, its dissemination to the public, and its transmission to new generations of students so that they're prepared to become leaders, their own pioneers, to discover new knowledge as they go forward. And that essential element of what it means to be a university will never change. I think one other aspect about universities will be critically important for at least the next couple of decades, and that is, it is university communities like the University of Rhode Island, where you have the opportunity to bring people together from all over the world, all over the country, of every race, ethnicity, background, religion, political viewpoint, or worldview, to learn how to live and work together. We have very few places in the world now where that can be done in an environment that's supportive and safe and conducive to both self-discovery and the discovery of difference and learning how to appreciate difference. And so that role for universities, I think, will actually grow more important as the world becomes increasingly globalized, both economically and socially. So I think that'll be an important role that we'll be playing now, that we'll be playing 10 years from now, and that we'll be playing 25 to 50 years from now. When land-grant universities were created in 1862 by act of Congress signed into law by President Abraham Lincoln, the vision was it was necessary for future American prosperity to educate the working class, and essential for the future of American democracy that the citizenry be educated and capable of making informed decisions. And that's still true today. And I think that will always be true, is that for us to function as a civil society in all of our diversity, our people need to have the capacity to recognize facts, to look at the consequences of facts and decisions, to analyze data, and to make informed decisions. And they learn those skills at universities and colleges. I left home to go to college in 1970, and now in 2017, I'm still at college. That's a very special life to have lived. I've lived my whole life in universities and colleges, starting as a student, and then as a professor, and then as an administrator, and now as a president. And one of the things that has always fueled my optimism about the course of the world has been the ability and the privilege to work with generation after generation of young people. And I will say this about the current generation. They do not deserve the criticisms they received about being self-centered, fragile snowflakes, only concerned with their own well-being, consumed by political correctness, and afraid or intimidated by society. I don't see that. I see young people who are concerned, who may have some anxiety about the future, but are determined to prepare themselves to succeed, are optimistic that they will be successful, are willing to work extremely hard, accrue a lot of debt, which previous generations of college students didn't have to do, in order to get the tools and the skills that they will need to succeed and thrive in the world that they face. They are not intimidated by that. They themselves are optimistic, and that fuels my optimism.